Getting waived is crazy because, like, what do you do after you get waived?
Kennedy Carter, who assaulted Caitlin Clark.
She is no longer in the league because she not only got let go by the Chicago Sky, she has been let go by the New York Liberty, and she's crying online about
it. It finally happened. Diamond DeShields, the same player who blindsided Caitlin Clark with one of the dirtiest fouls of the entire season.
Caitlin Clark is trying to cut in this position right here, and Diamond DeShields just body checks her. Like, it's a foul. This sequence of play was wild. Absolutely, absolutely wild.
Clark popped right back up and walked away, but DeShields never recovered. No team will sign her, and her career is effectively over. The same player who once played with swagger and fire is now breaking down online.
Caitlin Clark gets hit from behind. How bad, egregious it was from Diamond DeShields, and Caitlin Clark jumps up and runs away from Diamond DeShields.
She's left sitting with her bags, unemployed, scrambling to figure out what comes next, all because of one reckless choice. One decision to take out the most valuable player this league has ever had.
The league is getting rid of the Caitlin Clark haters. DJ Currency better move on eggshells, bro. She's the only one left. She is no longer in the league, crying online about it.
This isn't just another roster move. It's the WNBA sending a clear message. Target Caitlin Clark, and your career is done.
What is going on in this league?
But here's the real question. Why did it take this long? And who's next? We're breaking down everything. The hit, the outrage, and the shocking downfall of a player who let bitterness destroy her future. If you stand with Caitlin Clark, type Caitlin Go 100 points in the comments right now.
Caitlin Clark is not happy at all with this.
Let's flood this video with love for CC. The moment that flipped everything wasn't about rivalry or accident. It was pure frustration. And the target was Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark is the cash cow in this league. She is the needle mover.
In a regular season matchup between the Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky, Diamond DeShields made a move fans immediately labeled dirty, intentional, and flat-out unacceptable.
Man, oh man, when Caitlin Clark does something, everybody celebrates. When Caitlin Clark does something, there is no jealousy.
With only minutes left and the Fever dominating, DeShields dropped her shoulder and charged into Clark, eyes locked on her the entire way.
Caitlin Clark played against the Chicago Sky and she got cheap shotted, and there is a sequence of plays that's crazy, and it leads to Caitlin Clark telling her team, is it Erica Wheeler, that she wanted to fight Diamond DeShields.
The hit was violent, deliberate, and had nothing to do with basketball. There was no play on the ball, no defense, just a message. And what set fans off even more? The act afterward. DeShields stretched out a fake hand to help Clark up, pretending it was an accident. But nobody bought it. Not the crowd, not the commentators, and definitely not the replay. Social media exploded, and the clip went viral instantly.
Caitlin Clark is trying to cut in this position right here, and Diamond DeShields just body checks her. Like, it's a foul. This sequence of play was wild. Absolutely, absolutely wild.
Everyone knew exactly what it was. A targeted attack. Adrienne Ross, one of the most respected voices in women's basketball, slammed the fake sportsmanship. She's a good actress, but you don't just accidentally run someone over like that. Others pointed out Clark had taken hits before, but most agreed this was the most blatant. Some even said it was dirtier than Kennedy Carter's infamous cheap shot earlier in the season.
She assaulted Caitlin Clark on the court right before.
And unbelievably, there was no ejection, no flagrant whistle, no immediate suspension. DeShields skated away, at least a moment. The league said nothing. The ref swallowed the call, and Clark once again was forced to drag herself up and keep hooping through hostility. But fans didn't forget. Social media lit up, replaying every angle of the blow, dissecting and slamming it. And then the narrative shifted. If the WNBA couldn't safeguard its biggest star, its ratings machine, its ticket seller, then who really held control? This wasn't just a missed foul. It was a breaking point that demanded accountability. And as we'll see, that accountability finally found its way to Diamond DeShields.
Diamond DeShields actually getting waived from the Connecticut Sun just one day prior to tomorrow's May 16th WNBA 2025 season tip-off. She looked heartbroken and in pain, with the news of her being waived from the Connecticut Sun.
Getting waived is crazy because, like, what do you do after you get waived? I got all my stuff up here that I drove in a rental car from Atlanta, and now I have to drive all my stuff back to Atlanta, but I can't seem to find a rental car because none are available anywhere. So I need to figure out how I'm gonna get my stuff back to Atlanta. The team will ship 3 to 5 boxes, but I have more than 3 to 5 boxes worth of stuff.
If you are not producing, if you're not giving them what they need, if you're not putting them stats up, if you ain't putting up no numbers, you're gonna be out of a job. Again, look what just happened to Haley Jones. She just was on Instagram the other day, excited about closing on a home. The very next day, the Atlanta Dream just cut her.
In the harshest way possible. For a while, it looked like Diamond had escaped punishment. No tech, no suspension, no fine. But behind closed doors, the clock was ticking and the walls were closing fast. What came next wasn't some minor slap on the wrist. It was a career-crushing blow. After the assault on Caitlin Clark, Diamond's role in Chicago evaporated. She was quietly cut loose. No announcement, no send-off, just gone. Then, in a twist, New York gave her a shot. A second chance, right? Wrong. That door slammed even quicker. Later, Connecticut tried her out, and some fans thought maybe this was redemption. But one day before the 2025 season began, she was waived. And this time it felt final. What followed was one of the most raw, emotional moments of the year.
Caitlin Clark played against the Chicago Sky and she got cheap shotted, and there is a sequence of plays that's crazy, and it leads to Caitlin Clark telling her team, is it Erica Wheeler, that she wanted to fight Diamond DeShields.
She filmed a video sitting in her car, packed with her belongings, her face blank, her voice broken. She described renting a car and driving from Atlanta, thrilled to join the Sun, only to be dumped right before opening night. Now, she couldn't even secure another rental to haul her things back. She explained, the team will ship 3 to 5 boxes, but I have way more. It was a voice of someone realizing their dream had collapsed, not in fire, but in silence. The league never issued a formal suspension, but the message was unmistakable. No team would touch her. She'd been blacklisted.
WNBA commissioner playing in house with these Caitlin Clark haters.
What many now call a silent lifetime ban turned into the most public fall of a WNBA player in years. And people noticed. Commentators, fellow players, everyone weighed in. One analyst remarked, she's just the latest. They're cleaning house. One after another, the Caitlin Clark haters were being shown the exit. And if you looked closely, the pattern was undeniable.
As the lovely Lee Ross always says, women in sports do not want to see other women in sports succeed. It's just the way they're built.
Kennedy Carter, gone. Now Diamond DeShields. This wasn't chance. It was deliberate. Her collapse became the loudest warning shot yet. Once a star on the rise, she's now remembered for all the wrong reasons. Not her stats, not her teams, but that cheap shot at Caitlin Clark. That one reckless moment defined everything, and fans didn't hold back.
Somebody said that the Diamond DeShields flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark was more dangerous than the Kennedy Carter one.
As Diamond wept over her stuff and wondered how to get back to Atlanta, one user posted, "She gonna cry in the car." Another said, "Play stupid games, win stupid prizes." Sympathy was scarce, because for many, this wasn't about one foul. It was about a toxic culture that finally hit its breaking point. Diamond DeShields may not have an official lifetime ban, but in reality, she's finished. The WNBA drew its line, and her name landed on the wrong side. Her story is over, but reveals something much bigger brewing beneath the league. A storm of jealousy, resentment, and power struggles that exploded the moment Caitlin Clark arrived.
Diamond DeShields lays out Caitlin Clark because all the Sky's untalented women is what they have left is racist rage.
The truth is, Caitlin Clark didn't just join the WNBA. She flipped it upside down. She brought record-breaking viewership, sold-out crowds, and national headlines the league never dreamed of. But along with that spotlight came something darker. Tension, not just competitive fire, but something personal, something toxic. From day one, certain players saw Caitlyn not as a rival, but as a threat. A white star from Iowa who walked in and instantly became the league's face. That didn't sit right. The shade grew louder. Hard fouls, social media digs, locker room whispers. Diamond just happened to make it physical. And she got crushed when the league decided it had seen enough. But here's the twist. The WNBA itself never publicly defended Caitlyn. Fans demanded protection. The media exposed the assaults, yet league officials stayed silent. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert.
When's the last time you didn't see Caitlin Clark talking about a teammate? When's the last time you saw Caitlin Clark talking about herself or any of the accomplishments that she has had? Let me give you the answer to that. Never! That's why their team has gotten good. She could have been an egomaniac. Everybody in the league knows that she is the league right now. Are you kidding me?
And then came the race debate. Uncomfortable, but impossible to avoid. Many of Caitlyn's ugliest on-court clashes came against black players, and both black and white commentators pointed it out. Meanwhile, Clark, a white player in a majority black league, was targeted, heckled, and frozen out, even as she lifted the league's profile to
Diamond DeShields actually getting waived from the Connecticut Sun just one day prior to tomorrow's May 16th WNBA 2025 season tip-off. She looked heartbroken and in pain, with the news of her being waived from the Connecticut Sun.
Getting waived is crazy because, what do you do after you get waived? I got all my stuff up here that I drove in a rental car from Atlanta, and now I have to drive all my stuff back to Atlanta, but I can't seem to find a rental car because none are available anywhere. So I need to figure out how I'm gonna get my stuff back to Atlanta. The team will ship 3 to 5 boxes, but I have more than 3 to 5 boxes worth of stuff.
If you are not producing, if you're not giving them what they need, if you're not putting them stats up, if you ain't putting up no numbers, you're gonna be out of a job. Again, look what just happened to Haley Jones. She just was on Instagram the other day, excited about closing on a home. The very next day, the Atlanta Dream just cut her.
The divide is clear. Some argue it isn't race, it's envy, and there's truth there. Caitlyn never begged for stardom. She earned it. But her rapid rise, endorsements, MVP talk, commercials, left others feeling erased. Players like Diamond may have seen her not as growth, but as invasion. Others frame it as an old guard versus new wave struggle. Veterans who spent years grinding in obscurity now forced to share stage with someone who changed everything overnight. It created resentment, and for some, a reason to fight back. But here's what they miscalculated. The fans. The culture shift. Caitlyn isn't just a WNBA player. She's a movement. Every hit, every jab, every smear only fueled her fire. And when Diamond DeShields lost it all, it wasn't just karma. It was a statement, a turning point.
Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. First triple-double in Fever history. The first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month. First player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game. She won Rookie of the Month 4 times. Eastern Conference Player of the Week 3 times. Single season rookie record for assists. Single season rookie record for 3-pointers. Single game record for assists, 19. Franchise record for most double-doubles, 3-pointers. Career 10 or more assists in a game. Franchise record for most career 10 or more assists in a game. Fastest WNBA player to reach 100 3-pointers. She did it in 34 games. Most assists by a rookie in a WNBA All-Star game, for which she received the most fan votes ever, 700,000 of those. Fastest player to reach 350 points and 150 assists to start a season, regardless of years in the league. People will say, pay more attention to the other folks. Like, she couldn't do it herself. LeBron has teammates, Jordan had teammates. I understand.
Caitlyn is setting the standard, and anyone who can't keep up is being left behind. So the question now is simple. Who's next? Will the league finally defend its stars? Or will more careers collapse under jealousy and pride? If you believe Caitlyn is a GOAT and proud to back her, drop Caitlyn GOAT 100 points in the comments right now. Let's make this voice too loud to silence. And don't forget to subscribe, and hit that bell. Because trust me, this story is just getting started.
There's the two sides who think she is only popular and does have the notoriety and recognition that she does because she is white. There is the other side that says you guys are crazy, you're all jealous of her, and she is just talented.
Right, and that's what a lot of these women are doing, is they feel like what we have done for this game, this young player has come into our game and she's getting way more respect and all that stuff than we are. As she should. The young girl is a baller. The young girl has people watching because of the way she can shoot this basketball like Steph Curry. Steph Curry can't dunk. Steph Curry don't do none of that in the game. He can probably dunk by himself, but he don't really do none of that in the game. He is a shooter, and fans tune in to see Steph Curry. When I look at Caitlin Clark, fans are tuning in to watch her, and you know who that's helping? Everybody else. It's helping the Asia Wilsons. It's helping everybody else, the Plums, all that. It's helping all of them, the Tarasis.
Because everyone who tries to guard Cece winds up